Listen, let me tell you about Zara. Zara was 24 young. Hot Lagos grown living her best soft life. Her lace wig, installed to perfection, cost more than some people's rent. Her acrylic nails, so long they deserved their own zip code. And her ring light. Ah, that ring light followed her everywhere, like oxygen. 3 brightness settings. A phone holder that rotated 360, professional commitment. Everything about. Zara screamed soft life. Her Instagram bio literally said, living in luxury, thriving, in elegance, allergic to stress. 47,000 followers. 40-7,000 people watching her do absolutely nothing, while looking absolutely stunning. Morning routines. 15-step skincare, afternoon. MBOXINGS. Evening cooking videos, which were really just her reheating food the cook had already made. Then plating it nicely on expensive plates. Zara had never swept a floor in her entire life. I'm not exaggerating. One time her housemate was sick. Zara picked up a broom, held it upside down. She took a picture, posted it, captioned it, "Cleaning girl era," and walked away. No cleaning done now. 3 months before this story begins, Zara got engaged to Chidi. They did a small introduction ceremony in Lagos. Just parents, a few friends. Very modern. Very minimal. But no traditional marriage, no bride price, no village visit, nothing. Mama Chidi would call real. Chidi was a good man, successful tech guy. The type that bought Zara the latest iPhone before she even hinted. Their Lekki Phase 1 apartment. Luxury.housemaid. Cook GATEMAN. Smart home everything. Alexa, turn on the lights. Alexa, play Afrobeats. Alexa, validate my existence. Zara's only job. Look pretty, post content, occasionally microwave leftovers, and film it. POV. You microwave food for 2 minutes instead of 1 minute 30 seconds because you love him extra. But Chidi had a problem. One problem, his mother. Mama Titi had been calling him every single day since the engagement. Every single day. When am I meeting this girl? Is she a ghost? Does she have 2 heads? Why are you hiding? Her? You want to disgrace me? Mama, we're just busy. Busy. Your father and I raised 5 children while farming and trading. Were we not busy? Bring her home, or I will come to Lagos and bring her myself. By Christmas 2025, Chidi had run out of excuses. Ultimatum. Double quotes, come home with her. Let the family see her, or forget traditional marriage. I will not bless what I don't know. Morning, they left Lagos. Zara was already taking selfies, phone balanced on a portable ring light, plugged into the car charger. She packed 4 suitcases. 4. A 2-week trip, babe. Why can't we just do Christmas at Echo Hotel like civilized people? She adjusted her 450,000 Fendi sunglasses. Your village has Wi-Fi, right? And room service. Please tell me there's a charging station. Chidi tightened his grip on the steering wheel. Stress, headache, loading. Zara, we've talked about this, but we video called her. I even used my best filter. It's the one that makes my skin glow like I'm pregnant with Jesus. It's not the same. It's fine, Zara snapped. But I'm tweeting about this. My husband is taking me to the village against my will. If I don't tweet in 48 hours, send help. The drive took 6 hours. 6 hours of complaints. Road to bad. Sun to bright. Cars. It's too dusty. Battery draining too fast. She was hungry but refused the meat pie. It's not organic, babe. Have 2 bars. 2 bars. How will I post my morning routine? My followers will unfollow me. Do you know how long it took me to get to 47K? You'll survive. Survive. The algorithm will bury me. I'll become irrelevant. A digital ghost. Chidi turned up the radio. The deeper they drove, the more trees appeared. No. Buildings. No signs. Why are there so many trees? Where is civilization? Are we going back in time? Then they arrived, sun setting, and the whole compound was waiting, the entire family. Mama, Chidi, stood by the car, short, solid, wrapper tied so tight it looked like it was holding her life together. A face that had seen everything and liked nothing. Behind her, a UNTIES at least 15 matching Angra, arms folded, watching the car like lions. Watching a gazelle. Zara stepped out like it was Fashion Week. Balenciaga tracksuit. 800,000. Fresh. White Air Force One South. Designer bag. Phone in hand. And the nails. Long. Sharp chrome pink. Tiny diamonds. 2,500 per nail. 25,000 on fingers alone. Good evening, Ma, Chidi said, prostrating fully. Forehead to sand, Mama blessed him. Then she looked at Zara. Zara didn't kneel, didn't prostrate, didn't even bend properly. Just a small, cute half curtsy, like she was greeting the Queen of England. Good evening, Ma, Zara said. Silence. Silence. The aunties exchanged looks. Deadly looks. So, this is the girl, Mama Chidi said slowly, inspecting Zara like bad yam at the market. Yes, Mama. Zara. Mama repeated like bitter leaf on her tongue. What kind of name is Zara? Is it Igbo? Yoruba? Is it even Nigerian? It's international, Zara said. International. Mama echoed, then spoke IGBO. The aunties burst out laughing, and one auntie, built like a wrestler, whispered loudly, "Is that her real hair or attachment?" Another one on Tinkaroo, who had eyes like a hawk and could spot thick Designer from 50 meters away, responded loudly, "Attachment to very expensive-looking attachment. Boot attachment remains attachment. Not from our head." Another auntie emoted. And those nails. How does she use the bathroom with those nails? How does she wipe her? I'm a mama cuts hair off. But she was smiling. Zara smiled uncomfortably. No understanding a word of Igbo, but definitely catching the vibe that Chua's being roasted like suya on a grill. Mama. She doesn't speak Igbo yet, shedded. Said quickly, already sweating. Butch's learning. This was a lie. Zara had downloaded Duolingo 2 weeks ago. Completed exactly own lesson where she learned to say Inthor or hello, and then got distracted by a TikTok video of someone doing a dance challenge. The app was still on her phone, sending her daily reminders. She was ignoring it. Looks like Yo forgot to practice today. Yes, Duolingo, and she would forget again tomorrow. Mama Chidi said, her face revealing myth. Come inside, you must be Tered from the journey. The house was rustic. That's the nice word for it. It's the diplomatic word. The word you use when you are trying to be polite. The real word is that it was a proper village house with cement floors that had cracks running through them like rivers on a map. Wooden benches that looked older than Nigeria itself. Kerosene lamps hanging on the walls, not for decoration, but actual use, and a kitchen set was actually outside. Not an outdoor kitchen like the fancy ones in American home magazines. I'm talking about an actual separate building with a roof made of zinc and walls made of cement blocks and a fire pit in the middle. Zara's smile was frozen on her face like someone had paused her on Netflix. Her eyes were wide, darting around, trying to process what she was seeing. "T," she whispered, grabbing his arm with the grip of a drowning person grabbing a life jacket. "Where's a room? Need to charge my phone immediately. My battery is at 15%. Candium having a legitimate panic attack. My chest is tight. Can't breathe. This issue, people die. The generator is not Anno," said Mama Chidi in perfect English, clearly understanding more than she let in. "We only put it on at night for 2 hours from 700 p.m. to 900 p.m. to 2 hours. Zara's voice went up 3 octaves, like she was auditioning for a soprano role in an opera. "What about the rest of the time? What about the other 22 hours? The rest of the time, manage. How do you manage without electricity? What do you do? Just sit in the dark thinking about your life choices." Auntie Diego, who was helping to carry their bags, chuckled. "My dear, we sleep. You should try it's summertime. Sleep is free." And that night dinner was served. And oh my God, the food! Mama Chidi and the aunties had prepared a feast that would make any restaurant jealous. Pounded yam that was so smooth it looked like white velvet. A goosey soup with so much meat you could barely see the vegetable. Bitter leaf soup that smelled like heaven. Got meat pepper soup that was so spicy you could see ancestors, and fufu with o soup that was still steaming hot. The aroma alonka convert a vegetarian back to eating meat. Zara's stomach actually growled, betraying her, even though her face wastering to maintain its skeptically expression. But the way they served it, that's where the culture shock began. A big basin of water was brought out. Everyone washed their hands in it. Then food was served on a large tray in the middle of the floor. Yes, the floor. Everyone sat around it on mats. Think then on by one, people started eating with their hands. Hands. Bare hands. No plates. No forks. No knives. No spoons. Just hands. Zara's stared like she was watching a National Geographic documentary. Do you have forks or spoons or any eating utensils? A chopstick? Anything. The entire room went silent. Even Thecracode outside stopped chirping. Even the lizards on the wall stopped moving. Time itself seemed to pause. Auntie Ego stopped mid and blinked slowly. Fox fur pounded year. My sister are Yawel. I usually eat with utensils. It's more hygienic. I read an article a boutique on hygienic. Mama Chid's eyebrows shut up to her hairline. My daughter, I have been eating with my hands for 63 years. Sammy, do I look sick to you? Do I look like I have any disease? Mama Chitty proceeded to flex her arms like a bodybuilder. At 63, the woman had the muscle tone of someone half her age. These hands have fed 11 children, harvested kava, pounded yam, and never had a sick day. And you want to tell me about hygienic? But it was funny. Oh, so funny that the aunties had to turn away to hide their laughter. When Zara finally managed to pull up one full bucket after 27 attempts. Yes, 27 Thontays were counting. She made the mistake of trying to lift it onto her head the way she had seen the other women do it with such effortless grace. The bucket didn't even make it past Hearst Halder before physics and gravity conspired against her. Water splashed everywhere, drenching her completely from head to toe, ruining her silk pajamas, washing away the remnants of Fister Day's makeup, leaving her standing there looking like a drowned rat with attitude. The aunties were now openly laughing. Not mean laughter, but the kind of slaughter that comes deep in the belly. The kind that makes your eyes water. The kind that you can't control if ya wanted to. I can't do this, Zara cried, mascara running down her face and black rivers creating patterns that look like wall paint. I cannot do this. This is impossible. This is a violation of me human rights. This is torture. The aunties started laughing. Some were slapping their thighs. Others were wiping tears from their eyes. Let me tell you something, Auntie Ankiru added, her mouth full of fufu. We have been eating with our hands since before Columbus discovered America. Before internet, before Instagram, before Aliar technology. And CS, we are strong. But you people in Lagos with your forks and knives, every small thing. You are sick. Malaria, typhoid, cholera, everything. That's not how diseases work, Zara tried to explain. So now you're a doctor. You have a medical degree don't know about. Mama Chidi smiled, but it wasn't a warm smile. It was the smile a python gives a rat before swallowing it whole. My dear daughter, in this house we eat with our hands. God gave you hands for a reason. It makes the food taste better. The connection between your hand and your mouth is spiritual. Few young people don't understand these things. Try it. Zara looked at Chidi desperately, her eyes screaming, save me. Do something. Be a husband. But Chidi was already deep in his food, his fingers expertly molding the pounded yam into a perfect ball, dipping it in soup, swallowing it with his eyes closed in pleasure, like Hua's experiencing a religious awakening. He gave her a look that said, "Please, I'm begging you. Just do it. My Mathoras watching. My aunties are watching. The ancestors are watching." So Zarit, she really did. But those nails, those long decorated chrome pink diamond studded nails that she had paid 30,000 naira for at the premium saloon in Victoria Island. They made an impossibilito pinch the yam properly. The food kept slipping through her fingers like it wastering to escape. The soup splattered on her Balenciaga tracksuit, leaving stains that would haunt her. By the time she managed to get one mouthful into her mouth, all the aunties were watching her like she was the evening entertainment, this generation. They can't even eat properly. What do they teach them in Lagos? How to pose for pictures. And those nails. How much did those cost? 20,000? 30,000? That money could have bought a bag of rice to feed a family for 1 month. Zara felt her face burning with embarrassment. But she couldn't defend herself because her mouth was full off of foo. And she had just discovered that can't talk while eating foo-foo. Or ya will choke and die that night. Zara discovered that their room had no air conditioning. It's just a ceiling fan that squeaked like a dying chicken with asthma every time it turned. And the room was small, smaller than her walk-in close back in Lagos. The bed was a thin mattress on a wooden frame that creaked every time you breathe. The window had no screen, just open holes that mosquitoes were using as a super highway directly. To her body, Chitty, I can't sleep in this heat. I'm going to die. Literally die. They'll find my body nth morning, and my last words will be, I told you so. And I'll haunt you forever. Forever? Just use the fan, babe. You get used to it. Get used. Toit, get used to it. Sweating through me silk bonnet. My edges are lifting, my makeup is melting. I look like a Picasso painting. What is that sound? Is that Erot Chitty? Is that a rat? It's just Alizard. There's nothing just about a lizard in my bedroom. What if Heffel's on my face while I'm sleeping? What if he lays eggs in my hair? What if Sarah, please? It's been a long day. Just read to sleep. Sleep, sleep. Bold of you to assume I'm capable of sleep under these conditions. But somehow, exhaustion won and Zara eventually passed out around 2 o'clock. A.M. still fully dressed in her tracksuit. Clutching her phone like it was a security blanket. But that was only day 1. The real drama started the next morning. Zara woke up at 10 a.m., which was early for her. Back in Lagos, she usually woke up at noon, sometimes 100 p.m., if she had been up late watching Netflix. She flew to the main house in her silk pajamas. That said, do not disturb a crossed chest. Her designer slides that went flip-flop, and her bonnet still uncrushed to one side of her head. She expected maybe some tea or something light, maybe some bread and eggs, if she was lucky. Instead, she found the compound buzzing with activity like a beehive on steroids. Mama Chitty and the aunties were already cooking, sweeping, washing, organizing. Farming, feeding chickens, grinding pepper, pounding something, storing something, carrying something. Carrying something? The women moved with military efficiency, like a well-oiled machine, like an army battalion pre-pouring for war. And they all stupido stare when Zara appeared, looking like a lost puppy at a wolf convention. Good morning, Zara, yawned, stretching dramatically. Is there coffee? Maybe a cappuccino or a latte. I'm not picky. The anti-sex-changed looks again. These looks were becoming a language of their own. Mama Sidi looked up from the big pot she was staring. Pot so big you could bath Asmel child in it. Coffee? No, we have a Lipton tea. But first, go and fetch water from the well. 2 buckets. Your husband needs to bathe. Or did you marry him so he would smell like a goat? Zara laughed. She actually laughed. a high-pitched, nervous laugh that echoed across the compound like the cry of a confused seagull. She thought it was a joke. It's a funny village joke to welcome the new wife. Nobody else was laughing. In fact, everyone had stopped working and was staring at her with serious faces. "I'm sorry." "What? Water from the well behind the house?" "2 buckets. Fill them. Bring them back. Simple, Evan children can do it." But I don't know how to fetch water. Can someone else do it? Maybe one of the younger people, the children." "Anyone." Mama Chidi set down her spoon slowly, dramatically, like a judge putting down a gavel. "Someone else? My dear, you are the wife now. The youngest wife in this compound, or the most junior. It is Cywar duty, but I have a bad back. Yes, very bad back. Chronic pain. I have a doctor's note." She did not have a doctor's note. Bad back at 24. Aunt Kyra stopped sweeping and leaned on her broom like it was a witness stand. "Ah, what have you been carrying in Lagos? Surely not plates or pots. Maybe you have been carrying too many phones, too many ring lights, too much osity?" The other women burst out laughing so hard that Auntie actually had to sit down and catch her breath. Chidi Zara called out desperately, her voice reaching frequencies only dogs could hear. Chidi appeared from inside, already sensing trouble, his face showing the expression of a man who knew he was about to be caught between a rock and a very hard place. "Yes, babe, tell them. Tell them I didn't fetch water. Tell them about my condition. My delicate constitution." Chidi looked between his wife and his mother. His mother's eyes were saying, "Choose wisely, my son. Your inheritance on it, Zara. It's just 2 buckets. I'll help you. Help me. I'm not fetching any water, period. Period. With a T am your wife, not your maid. Says 22.5, we have rights." Where is the UN warrior, the human rights activists, or Amnesty International? Mama Chidi stood up to her full height, which wasn't very tall, but somehow just seemed to feel the entire compound. The entire compound went quiet. Even the chicken stopped clocking, even the wings stopped blowing. Nature itself was paying attention. "My daughter," Mama Chidi said, her voice calm but deadly like the calm before a tsunami. "Let me tell you something. In this village, we didn't have maids. We have wives who know how to take care of their homes, and husbands who respect women who work hard. Your generation thinks that marriage is about posting pictures and getting likes. But real marriage is about partnership, about knowing how to serve together when life gets hard. Now you can fetch that water with a smile, or you can fetch it with tears. Either way, my God and by my ancestors, that water must be fetched. Choose." Zara looked around for support. There was none. Even Chidi had taken a strategic step backward, suddenly very interested in examining a nearby tree. 15 minutes later, Zara was standing by the well, staring down into its dark depth like it was the pit of hell itself, like it was a portal to another dimension where soft life girls go to suffer. The well was deep, very deep. So deep you couldn't see the bottom. So deep you could hear her own echo if you screamed into it. Zara tried this. She screamed, "Help!" and it echoed back mockingly. Auntie Ego had given her 2 yellow buckets with ropes attached and was now demonstrating the technique like she was teaching rocket science. Just tie thebacot to the rope properly. Make Sarethi knot is tight. Throw it down with force. Wait for it to fill, then pull it up. Simple. Even children do this before school. Zara tied the bucket with shaking hands. She threw it down. With a distant splash that sounded like it was in a different country. Then she tried to pull it up. The bucket came up empty, just swinging in the air like it was mocking her. You have to let it fill first. Patience, wait for it to sink, to become heavy with water, then pull. She tried again and again. By the 4th attempt, her arms were shaking like leaves in a storm. Her silk pajamas were soaked with well water and sweat, creating a pattern that looked like abstract art. and one of her acrylic nails had broken off and fallen into the well. My nail! She screamed like Simeon has stolen her firstborn child. My nail fell in the well. It cost 2,500 naira. That's my money down there. When need to drain the well. Call the fire service. Call the authorities. Call Simone. Leave it though. 2. Said barely suppressing his smile. Her whole body shaking with restrained laughter. Maybe the water spirits will wear it. They will be the first. Fashionably spirits in the village. They will thank you. This is not funny.